and welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited today because I am doing another palette challenge. Woohoo! So I'm doing this palette challenge with my friend Jessica, of course, MsAdventuresinMakeup, who I will have her link to her blog down below. I will have that down there so you can go check her out, send her some love, tell her I sent you, say hi, and check out what looks she's created. So if you're not familiar with the palette challenge, we've done this quite a few times before, is we decide for a week we're gonna take one palette and one palette only, and we have to use that palette for the whole week and use everything that's in it, and we're gonna kind of try to come up with different looks, using different colors, and then at the end of the week we'll have a kind of review of what we thought of it. So we have decided to use the Lorac Pro Palette. I'm so excited for this. I've had this palette for a really long time, so I'm so excited to be using this, and because I knew this was coming, as I haven't been using this for a while, so I'm really excited to get back into this palette. If you're not familiar with the Lorac Pro Palette, you have 8 matte shadows on top and then 8 shimmery, nothing super sparkly, but they're definitely shimmery shadows. So there's kind of a close-up. See if I can get it with some good light in there. There's kind of a close-up of it so you can see what shadows you have there. So you do have a mix. You go from light to dark. There's a very nice black in here, everything like that. So every day I'll be hopping on my camera, filming what my look is, and then in the down bar, I will list everything else that's on my face for that day. So here we are on day 1, and I did a completely matte look, and it's similar to a cut crease type look, but it's just not a super cut crease, if that makes sense. So what I did is I took light pink on a Sigma E40, just a fluffy brush, blended that in just kind of as a big transition color, went in with mauve on the same Sigma E40, but really concentrated that into the crease a little bit more. I then went in with this Modern Minerals You Are Gorgeous. I don't really know what else it is, but this is like a dome type brush. Like, it's not a pencil brush that's pointy, like a lot of pencil brushes are pointy. This one is domed like that. So I took a mixture of mauve with a tiny bit of espresso on it to make it a little bit darker, and I just went into that crease and kind of buffed it out. And then I would go in with my Sigma E40 again to kind of blend it so it wasn't a super harsh cut crease. I then took on a flat shader brush, I took a mixture of light pink and cream, and I applied that all over the eyelid, and then a mixture of white and cream, and I put that on the brow bone. On the lower lash line, I have espresso just right at the lashes, and then blended that out with a little bit of mauve so it wasn't totally a dark line under there. So it's a totally matte look, which I really like. I just kind of wanted something a little bit simple, and you know, I do really like it. It's a little bit different than what I normally do because there's nothing on the outer corner. Like I said, it's just kind of the cut crease look. So I'm really happy with the way that it came out. I'm gonna zoom you guys in for a closer look. For everything else that's on my face, check the down bar for that. Okay, zoom you guys in. Day 2's look. This is one of my favorite looks to create with this palette because I was using probably one of my favorite colors in this palette, and that's this gorgeous shade Garnet right here. I absolutely love this shade. It's just such a beautiful, unique shade, so I always love when I get to use it. And one of my favorite things to do is to actually pair it with gold, which is what I did today. So I took that Garnet. I mean, look at that. That color is stunning. And then I have it paired with gold, and I also have it paired with light bronze here. So let me just show you that. I'm gonna swatch all the colors that I have. So these are all the colors that I have on my lid. Let me adjust my light so maybe you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so that's all the colors that I have on my lid, and I just kind of wanna show you. That was just one swipe. Look at those bad boys. Ugh, love them, love them. All right, let me get a towel. So what I did today is I took this shade Taupe on a Sigma E40, just a blending fluffy brush, blended that out into the crease. Then I went in actually on the inner 2/3 of my eye, and you actually don't need to do this, but I just wanted to amp it up just a little bit. I took this L'Oreal Silk Seam eyeliner pencil in gold, And I just did this, like I said, on the inner 2/3. And then I went in with a flat shader brush with the shade Light Bronze, put this on the 1st third. Then I blended gold into the 2nd third of my eye. So it kind of blended over the light bronze a little bit and then took up the 2nd third of my eye. And then on the outer third, the outer V, outer corner, whatever, I went in with this gorgeous garnet shade. And then I also took that on a fluffy brush and blended that into the crease just a little bit, just to add a little bit more depth into there. And then I took a mixture of white and cream as my brow bone highlight. On the lower lash line, I did the exact same thing, just kind of smudging it in with a little smudger brush. This is like a mini E21. So I took garnet on the outer third, blended that into gold, blended that into light bronze on the inner third, and then into the inner corner. I lined my eyes, because this is like a very warm look, as I lined my upper eyelid using this NYX gel eyeliner in dark brown. It's not a black, it looks very black, but it's a dark brown. And then I did my inner waterline on the lower lash line with this Mally Evercolor Starlight waterproof pencil in the shade Mally's Glow, which is just like a, there it is down there, just like a bronzy type color. Everything else on my face will be listed down below, my lip color, my foundation, everything like that. I'm a little glowy right now because it's super warm in my office. But I do just want to mention on my cheeks, I paired this with the Balm's Hot Mama. I love this blush with this look because they just pair, because this is like a goldeny, peachy blush as well. So it just pairs. There it is up top there. Can you see it? So it just pairs really nicely just with this kind of golden, coppery, reddish, just glowy type of look, and I just absolutely love it. It's definitely one of my favorites. So everything else I'm wearing will be listed down below. I will zoom you in for a closer look at the eyes. Day 3 for me of my Lorac palette challenge, and which I don't know why I'm saying that because this is all in one video for you guys. But anyway, today is Friday and I'm going out tonight, so I went to go a little bit more bold and dramatic on it. So I really like the look that I came up with today. I took the shade, in my crease I have light pink and mauve, light pink first, then mauve a little bit more concentrated in the crease, and then I took the shade Deep Purple here and I put that on the inner and outer corners of it, and then in the center to like do that spotlight effect I went in with this shade Nude because it really contrasts with that deep purple. So my brow bone I have a mixture of course of white and cream, and then on the lower lash line I have black actually at the right in there because I wanted to do a little bit more dramatic, so I have black right at the lash line with a little bit of the deep purple in there, and then some mauve to kind of like blend it out so it's not just too harsh. So I'm just gonna swatch kind of the major colors that I use, not the black, but let me swatch these colors. So these are the colors here. We have, this is the light pink, the mauve, deep purple, and then the nude color there, and I just want to show you. And these I'm just swiping like just like this so you can kind of see. So there they are there. It's kind of hard to see the lighter colors just because my lighting's not, let me turn it. Lighting struggle's real, guys, it's real. Okay. So those are those colors there. I'm going to zoom you guys in for a closer look at the eyes. I do have false lashes on today, just accent ones on the outer corner. They're the Ardell 315s, just to give a little bit of a, you know, dramatic effect. But everything else on my face, on my eyes, will be listed in the down bar for day 3. And let's zoom you guys in for a closer look. It's day 3 or day 4. I don't quite remember. I don't even know why I say good morning because you guys see this all in the same video. So, but for me, it's all different days. So I just want to say hello every time I come on here. I filmed a look yesterday, well not filmed it, but I did a look yesterday using the Lorac palette and I didn't film it. I just totally didn't have time to let you know what I was wearing. So I really like the way that that came out, so I'll probably redo it. But I wanted to use different colors today just to keep pushing myself and kind of experimenting with the palette. So for today's look, I started off with taupe in the crease. Where are you, taupe? Taupe in the crease here. And the reason I did that was I decided I was going to use pink and the slate color in here. I was going to use like pinky shades and the slate color. So I wanted to ground it by using taupe because normally I would gravitate towards mauve because it's kind of in the same type of family, but I wanted to just kind of make it a little bit different. So I went with taupe, so that's taupe right there. And then I initially went in with mauve all over the lid, which is that color there. And it just didn't pack enough punch for me, so I went over it with light pink. So like, oh, I should probably show you on here, but you guys can see. And then I went in the outer corner with slate, which is that color there. So we did taupe, we did mauve, light pink, and slate. Okay, so those are them there. Let me get them on my hand for you. There they are there. So these are all matte colors. The ones on top are matte, and then slate has a little bit of shimmer into it. And I just did that a little bit in the outer corner and just blended it into the crease a little bit. Lower lash line, I did espresso and sable, actually, like that. Oh, and this is what I did different, duh. I decided to use espresso as a upper lash line liner. I didn't wet my brush or anything. I just went in with this Sigma E65, just a small angle brush, and I went into that espresso and used that as my liner. I kind of just, because I know slate can kind of pull things a little bit smokier because it's like that gray tone, that I wanted to soften it and not use a black or not use a heavy line. So I just did a soft line of the espresso on there. And I've lined with the black before, but I wanted to try the brown, and I really like the way that it came out. I also took light pink on a, where's my brush? This is like a small wispy brush. This is the Sigma E36, which is like a really small brush. And I took that light pink, where are you? There you are. And I went just kind of above the crease up here a little bit, just to blend that taupe into the mixture of white and cream that I did as my brow bone. Okay, everything else on my face will be listed down below. If you're curious about my cheek color, my lip color, my foundation today, anything like that will be listed down below. So be sure to check it out, and I'm going to zoom you in for a closer look at this look. Okay. It's day 4, I think, of my Lorac Pro Palette Challenge with MsAdventuresinMakeup, and I am narrowing it down. There's only a few shades left that I haven't used. I think actually there might only be one shade that I haven't like really used yet, so that'll probably be tomorrow's look, and then I'll be done, and then I'll review the palette, so you guys know the drill. So for today's look, I took mauve, which I love this. I absolutely love this as a crease shade. And I use that in my crease. And then I went in with this beautiful shade, Pewter, this shade here, and I did that all over the lid, so that's Pewter Mauve right there. And then in the outer corner, I decided to use Espresso, which was kind of different, because naturally I would think to use Deep Purple, but I wanted to kind of use Espresso, because Pewter is a color that's can kind of go lean purple, or it can lean brown, I guess. Not really, it's pretty taupey looking. Now that I swatch it out for you. But it's such a beautiful color. And then, let me just clean off my fingers here. What I decided to do was go into Deep Purple and use that as my liner today. So it just gives a little bit of a different look as opposed to using a black or a brown liner. I use just the powder eyeshadow to kind of give it, not a smoky look, but it's a less harsh look than using like a straight up kind of eyeliner. I did wet my brush with MAC Fix Plus. I just used an angled liner brush. I think I did this yesterday also, but I didn't wet it yesterday. So today I wet it with MAC Fix Plus. I didn't really notice a difference, to be honest, when applying yesterday as a liner and applying today as a liner with it wet. But that is what I did. So those are the colors I used today. And I actually didn't mix white and cream today. I used straight up white, which didn't swatch so well. But I used that just right up here because I was kind of using the mauve. And I did think I blended a little bit of the light pink into the crease also. Sorry about my hair, guys. It's like a rainy Monday and I'm having kind of a bad day, so bear with me. Okay. Everything else on my face will be listed down below. On my lower lash line, I did go in with Espresso. Did I go in with Espresso? I'm trying to think what I did. I went in with Espresso and a little bit of that deep purple and then blended it out with the mauve. So I stayed in the same tones to do that. Inner corner highlight I used... I'm being so weird. My inner corner highlight, I used nude just on the inner corner, and that was that. So I'm going to zoom you guys in for a closer take on this eye look. Ooh. Check down below for everything else on my face. See you tomorrow. What day it is because I lost track of wearing makeup and I think I only had one color left in this palette to wear, which I hope when I'm editing that I got them all because I was really bad with keeping track. Normally I write down like what shades I use and I didn't. So I hope I'm good. So today's the last day. I did like a matte brown, not really a smoky eye, but a little bit smoky of an eye because the last shade that I had left to use in this palette was Sable. Now I've used this kind of in the crease, but I wanted to use it all over the lid because that kind of challenged me and pushed me outside of my box a little bit. So today I used Sable, which is that beautiful brown color. I had that all over the lid. I had Taupe in the crease, and I did Espresso and Black in the outer corner. So it's just a very dark, matte brown look today. So there are your swatches there. And I also took, let me clean my fingers. I also took a mixture of nude and white and did that in the inner corner to kind of, and I'm gonna kind of mix them together, to kind of brighten it up in there. That's it right there. It was, I didn't want the white, I wanted a little bit more shimmery because everything else on the eye is matte. And then on the lower lash line, I used Black right up close and then blended it out with Espresso and with Sable again. So kind of the same thing I did on the upper eyelid, I did on the lower eyelid. And then as my brow bone highlight, I just used cream today. I didn't want it too bright up there. I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of lightness in there. Everything else on my face will be listed down below. This is a new foundation that I'm trying out, so I will have a first impressions on that. If it's not up, stay tuned. If it is up, it will be linked down below. I don't know, I'm filming a lot of videos today, so I don't know the order that everything's going up in. Anyway, I'm gonna zoom you guys in for a closer look on this look, and then we're gonna get to a review of the palette. This was, I think, the first, no, it wasn't the first palette I owned. I think it was probably one of the Urban Decay Naked ones, but I purchased this shortly after, and I reach for this all of the time. It really is one of my favorite palettes. It does get messy, not gonna lie. It's not a palette that's gonna stay really clean, but that's how you know that it's loved. But I just love the color combinations in here that I can come up with. I love the pigmentation of these shadows. They are a little bit powdery, so with some of the darker shades, you do have to be careful. I would do your eyes first if you're gonna do like a really smoky eye. Do your eyes first, because you can get some fallout. I did have that a couple of the days. And it's just, they're so buttery. If you have not like swatched these, they're so buttery. They glide on so smoothly. They blend really excellently together. I just absolutely love them. The complaint that I have 2 complaints on this, is I wish there was a shade between white and cream. So there is white and there's cream. And the reason for that is, as you saw, a lot of the times I blended the 2 together to do a brow bone highlight because the cream just doesn't give enough pop, and I don't like the stark white of a brow bone highlight. So that was kind of my thing, is I just kind of wish there was something, and I know it's hard to like pick up, but I think if you swatch them in the store, you would kind of see that the cream is it's actually very similar to my skin tone, because that's how pale that I am. That I just wish it was like there was like an off-white. Like this is just too bright of a white for me to want to use as a brow bone highlight all the time. So that's just one of my complaints. The other complaint that I have is the shades Nude and Champagne, which is right below it. And the reason for that is I find these to be incredibly similar. This is Nude, this is Champagne. So they're just, I mean, there they are right there. I know I can't get the best swatches because of my lighting, sorry about it, but they're just so similar to me. I know that Champagne is a little bit darker, a little teensy weensy bit, but they're just so similar that to me you get the same look using either of them. They're kind of interchangeable for me, so I just wish there was something different there, and I don't quite know what I would want it to be, but I just wish there was some kind of difference, a little bit more of a difference between the 2, whether it was a totally different color or just something like that. I'm not totally sure what I would want it to be. I just know that these 2 are super similar. End of rant. But I do absolutely love this palette. I think it's completely worth the $42 that it is. This is a warmer palette. If you like cooler tones, then definitely check out the Lorac Pro 2 palette. Those tend to have a little bit more cooler tones in it. And I would say, you know, I don't think you would be disappointed with that one. I haven't felt the need to buy it. My dog just laid down in here. If you just heard a thump, she just keep me company. Okay. I haven't felt the need to buy it because the colors don't appeal to me, but if that's what appeals to you, I don't think you would be disappointed, because the shadows are the same formula as these are, and they're really amazing. So absolutely recommend this, and this is definitely a palette that when people ask me what they should get, I always say the Lorac Pro palette. So definitely loved it. I hope you guys like the looks that I created. Be sure to go check out Jessica at MsAdventuresinMakeup.blogspot.com. I will have the link down below. And guess what, guys? We're doing a giveaway. That's right. We have a Lorac Pro palette for one of you lucky winners to have. So what I'm going to have is all the rules to get entered into the giveaway are going to be listed down below. Bear with us. This is the first giveaway either of us have ever done, so we're still trying to figure it all out. But I will tell you, you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel and to her blog so that you will get updates as to whenever she posts a new blog. You also have to leave a comment on both my YouTube page and on her blog stating which look you liked the best of ours. So let me know down below which look you liked of mine, and let Jess know on her blog which look you liked of hers. You're also going to have to check out our social medias, so our Facebook pages, which I will have linked down below. And everything's going to go through Rafflecopter. So, like I said, all the details, because we're still working on it, will be listed down below. This giveaway will be open for 1 week. So today is actually Friday, July 3rd, and it will be open for 1 week from today, and we will notify the winners shortly thereafter. So we have one pro palette for one of you lucky winners, so be sure to enter down below. And that's it, guys. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments down below also, when you leave your comment, about which look you like the best. If there's a palette that you want to see us do a palette review on, we'll see if we have it or if we can get our hands on it to be able to do that. So let us know down there. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching. Good luck on the giveaway, and I'll see you next time.